Welcome to another Power Cube here on Arena. Let's jump into this table, see if we can put an end to our kind of negative streak here. We're hovering around 50% for a lot longer than I'd like, and we haven't trophied in a few days. Let's start here on the Mana Vault. Unlikely that we'll wheel the Tezzeret. If we do, we'll be very happy. Mana Vault is a nice way to win some Power Cube games. The only other cards of consideration really in the pack are like significantly worse, which would be Tezzeret himself, Titania, Kolaghan's Commander, Braid. So very easy pick here. Hopefully we could wheel something that goes nicely with it. Like a Tezzeret would be ideal, otherwise I'd take like Abomination potentially. Would love to end up in like a Displacer Kitten, Eternal Witness, Time Walk kind of situation. But might be a lot to ask for at pick 2 of the draft. Okay, here we have Sowing Mica Spawn, which goes nicely with Mana Vault. Probably not a great second pick. None of these cards are great second picks. I mean, I could take a Galvanic Discharge. I could take a Chrome Mox or a Mox Diamond. Stone and Weak Stone. I think I'm most likely to want one of the Mana Rocks here. Stone and Weak Stone plays nicely with Mana Vault. The other ones are Moxen. I mean, they're like Moxen minus, but they're still Moxen. I think I want to take the Chrome Mox. And if I end up with a lot of mono brown in the deck, I mean, like all artifacts, it might be hard to actually use the Chrome Mox. But I think at this point, pack 2, it's going to be better than Mox Diamond or Might Stone or Weak Stone. And we can see potentially 1 or 2 of those might wheel. All right, here there's a Golos and a Nexus of Becoming as kind of big artifacts to ramp into. Neither particularly that attractive here. Show and tell, but I kind of got punished by my own show and tell in the last draft. I guess I got punished by my own reanimate plan just as much, so hard to say really what was the worst thing to do there. Best card in this pack is pretty clearly Pyrogoyf. It doesn't go fantastically with my first 2 picks, but it doesn't go bad with them either. So I think we just nab the Pyrogoyf here just because it's the best thing in the pack. Other than that, I'd be taking kind of like one of these mediocre artifacts, which should probably wheel. Okay, now we have some options here. We've got Path to Exile, which is fantastic. Pest Infestation can be very good. Reprieve can be very good. I don't think Nova Hellkite is very good. Let's grab the Path. Not a ton here. There's some okay lands. Could grab a Xander's Lounge, but it doesn't cast Path. I don't think we want Seething Song. I don't think we want any of these kind of dorky The Rock creatures. Bob could be interesting, but I think I'm pretty okay with just grabbing a Xander's Lounge here. No, this is a weird draft. So here there's a Saga and a Monolith. Oh, that is very, very tempting. Alternatively, Multiversal Passage, Otawara, Planisphere are all like kind of okay. I think I want to grab the Monolith over the Saga. Is that crazy? If I do end up with like a Voltaic Key or a Displacer Kitten or something, I'll be very much set up to capitalize on them. And Saga is good kind of by itself. It also can find Chrome Mox and Mana Vault. I don't know. Yeah, maybe just Saga is just too much better of a card to pass up there. Not a ton I'm interested in here. I could take Candelabra as kind of a well, you can untap Saga, which is interesting. If I get them both online late game, it could be a good kind of speculative pick if I get an Academy. Otherwise, it's like Trinket Mage, which finds some good hits, but I'm not necessarily blue yet, and is kind of a dorky thing to do. Ang's Iceberg. I think I'm okay grabbing the Candelabra here, just on spec. Okay, now here there's a Bahamut as kind of a big play, and we have some amount of mana with this mana vault. Wheel the Monolith, it could be even bigger. We're seeing a lot of black-green stuff still, but none that I particularly care for. Grab Bahamut as kind of a win condition. Oh, now there's Citadel, Jace, Image, some okay lands, and some Titania combo stuff. I think I'm going to take the Citadel. Time to wheel that show and tell now. No. Oh, we did wheel the Mightstone and Weakstone. That's great. Also the Microspawn and the Witness, but I'd rather have the Mightstone and Weakstone here. And we did wheel the show and tell. So show and tell Bahamut is interesting. Show and tell Citadel can do things. So I don't mind grabbing the show and tell here. We'll see if we actually end up running it. I think for now we'll keep it in the deck. Here I think Darkslick Shores is probably the most likely to be useful. Bahamut will end up here in our kind of cheat pile. Do we want a commercial district? I don't think we're green that often in this deck, especially after passing the Ewit. The Leovold in case we end up in some kind of Wheel of Fortune type thing. Excuse me. Grab and Light and Tutor there. It's actually interesting with Bahamut and Citadel. But I'll put it in the maybe pile. Oh, got a piece of power. Ooh, a piece of candy. Okay, I'll happily grab a Mox Sapphire. Probably not a whole lot we could realistically wheel here. We're just going to see a bunch of black and green cards. I wonder if I try to keep my mind open for reeling a Recurring Nightmare. Because Bahamut and Pyrogoyf are very strong Recurring Nightmare targets. So that's something to keep in mind if we see like a Survival of the Fittest or Entomb type cards. Okay, now there's a Stock Up. There's a Sundering Titan. Mokti, Mind Twist, Talisman. Just kind of like mediocre things. I guess Arid Mesa finds Sanders Lounge. It's not entirely clear I even want Sanders Lounge yet. I think Minsc and Boo. It's probably stretching our mana a bit too much. Let's just grab Stock Up here. Stock Up is great. It's going to be great in the deck. And doesn't require any kind of commitment. Okay. So Sheoldred's a good card. Jack Faden's a good card. Duress is a good card. 3 Steps Ahead can be pretty good. Starting Town can be pretty good. Don't really want these green cards. Could end up doing like a draw 7 type thing potentially with Sheoldred and Leovold. Also, like potentially like Jack Faden and Leovold could be a thing to do. I think I'll start maybe with Sheoldred. We have some black fixing already, and Sheoldred's really strong. Okay, now we have Misty, which finds Xander's Lounge, so that's pretty good. Over Mystic Confluence, Thundering Falls. Reclamation Sage and Grave Titan and Overlord all kind of potentially go with that Recurring Nightmare backup plan, but I don't think we're going to start with the backup plan when we have good cards for the main plan. I don't know what our main plan is, but it definitely involves Misty Rainforest. Ooh, Saheeli, Jace, Lion's Eye Diamond, Murderous Cut. Bayou's kind of interesting too because it lets Misty find untapped black and also potentially lets us play that Leovold. We don't really have anything to do with LED yet, but this could end up being an LED Brain Freeze Breach deck. Just a lot of work before we get there. Taking means Sahili can be a big roadblock. Also, like, turn things into 9/9 flyers temporarily. Oh, Bowmasters. This Calc Skull Clamp. Wow, okay. And Snappy. I definitely want Bowmasters. I'd love to wheel that Skull Clamp. I doubt it's going to happen. There's a lot of stuff I could wheel from that pack, including lands. Okay, that is a Mishra's Workshop. Currently only casts Mightstone is the problem. So maybe we take Endstone? Because that's something decent to ramp into. Also not terrible to show and tell. Okay, now we have Fiery Confluence, Spellbomb, Troll, Imtotorox, Skydiver. A lot of good things here. I think I kind of want Fiery Confluence. It's going to stretch the mana a little bit, but we have a couple of red fixing already, and I think it's going to be the most impactful out of these. And now we have that wheeled Recurring Nightmare. It's still Recurring Nightmare, Bahamut Pyroglyph, and Bowmasters. So it did actually get a slightly bit better. Is it better than Preordain? Cryptic might be stretching the mana hard. You know what? I think I kind of want to try to get it to work over Preordain and go for the throat. And now we could take a Bronco or a Curtains or a Talisman. I think the Bronco. I think the Talisman actually helps because it's going to help fix for red. It's going to help ramp to 4, potentially 5. Now here we'll take the 3 steps ahead. Love the Thundering Bolt here. Sorry, Grave Titan. And the Bayou's pretty good here too. Again, that's untapped black off of Misty, which we're definitely. Oh, now there's Baleful Strix versus Spire Bluff. Strix is a good thing to Nightmare. So yeah, let's take the Strix. And Dogmoss Will, we're not going to play those. Oh, wow. Time Walk, the One Ring. We're definitely taking the Time Walk. I think all the regrowth effects are gone. Time Walk is just nuts. Here, Chromox, also a land a lot of the time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. We're at 20 cards. We're at 2 maybes. I think Path also becomes a maybe. We have no white fixing currently. We're looking like a Grixis deck that might show and tell, might Recurring Nightmare, or might just cast strong cards. Well, there's some options here. Ragavan is a strong card. Unclear how often we'll have it early or turn oneable. Preacher's a decent card, though I don't love it here. Pinnacle Emissary can be pretty good. We have 3, 4, 5 artifacts. Well, plus Mox Sapphire and Chrome Mox. I think, normally I'd say like Booster Tutor's the most fun card in the pack, and that's why I would take it, but I think it's actually not that far behind Pinnacle Emissary here. So between the conflux of fun and good, I'm happy to take it. Okay, now there's some options. There's a Lotus Petal, there's a Psychic Frog, there's a Badlands. I think Badlands is quite good here. We don't have a fetch for it, but going to help our mana quite a bit. And we're missing out on like Metamorph, Frog. I mean, Frog is good. Frog is good. I mean, mana is good too. For now. Now there's Archon as a show and tell target. But I also like. Oh, it's a recurring nightmare target too. We don't have ways to put things in the yard though, other than things naturally dying. You could take a Bone Shard to help in that regard. You also could just cast Archon sometimes. Remand is obviously great. I'd love either of these lands. Spellbomb and the Bone Shards are also under consideration, but I think I want to take the Archon here. It's just another piece of kind of top end here. Oh. Unmarked Grave. So this is not legendary, even though it is historic. We can Unmarked Grave for an Archon or a Bahamut with Recurring Nightmare. That is very interesting. We also can channel out Bahamut or Endstone, but we're not going to play green. We could take a Wheel of Fortune, and we have Bowmasters already. We have Leofold that we can splash somewhat easily. I'm kind of into that. As much as I'd like the Verdant Catacombs, I think this Wheel of Fortune can work out. And now here we have Undercity Sewers, Fiery Islet, Relic Brutality as considerations. I guess Faithless Looting also is a consideration because it does help set up Recurring Nightmare. Kind of on both sides. 2, 6, 8, 9. We're at 20 playables right now. I mean, Relic can help us just cast all this stuff pretty well. I think we. Nope. I guess we just goof grabbed an Elegy Acolyte. Whoops. How come I'm just having a terrible time paying attention to the timer? Okay, that's fine. Kefka, Entomb, Voidwalker, Shelldock Isle. I'm gonna click on the Shelldock Isle for now, but let's see what Kefka does. When it enters or attacks, we each discard a card, and then I draw per card type discarded. And 8 mana, I can make them sacrifice something, flip it. I mean, that seems interesting, but I guess we ran out of time again and took a Shelldock. Okay, Mystical Tutor. Sin is castable. Mystical Tutor finds Time Walk and Wheel of Fortune, and I guess sometimes Show and Tell or Fiery Confluence. It seems pretty powerful. We could take a Lorien Revealed. We could take Forest Plains Island. I don't think we care too much about that. We could take a Night's Whisper. Lorien Revealed being in a land slot slightly better than Night's Whisper here. Okay, now we get the Pinnacle Emissary, which it's possible that we play, and now we take a Lotus Petal, which we're almost certainly happy about. I don't think we're going to be Wish Clawing here because our combos aren't like instant win combos. And now there's Remand and Verge. I think we just kind of shore up the mana. I mean, Remand's fantastic, obviously, but our mana requirements are a little steep. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish artifacts. Ooh, Fiery Islet's great. And Bauble's not bad either. I don't know if we have room for it, though. Nice with Saheeli and Pinnacle Emissary. Man, we didn't get that Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp would have been great in this deck. Making a bunch of 1/1s to use Recurring Nightmare on seems kind of cute. What are we looking like in terms of lands? This is the land. This is the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So let's start by cutting 2. Now this is 17. We can cut 1 more because Lorien Revealed. That's 17 again. This counts Lotus Petal as a spell and not a land. Are we really playing this show and tell? How often are we doing anything relevant with it? We can show and tell an Archon, we can show and tell a Bahamut, we can show and tell a Citadel. I wish it was best of 3 so I could know if show and tell is good or not. I mean, show and tell can lose us a large number of games. Yeah, I don't think we show and tell. I think it's too risky. We'll care about. We're not playing white cards. We care about Bauble or Yogswell. I don't think so. And again, Bauble's pretty good with Saheeli and Pinnacle Emissary. But if we're not playing the show and tell, then our plan is to either Recurring Nightmare or cast these things. So how likely are we able to actually use the Endstone? Also mill us out with Wheel of Fortune and stuff. Maybe we put the Endstone for a Bauble. Citadel's probably a little bit easier to cast. Seems ironic in a 3/4 color deck that Citadel would be easier to cast at 6 than completely colorless 7. But I'm going to stand by that. Okay, now let's look at our sources. So blue is going to go here. I don't think we're playing a forest here. So red, 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 red. Let's not assume its color or its gender. Red, colorless. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red, which is going to make Confluence a little bit challenging to cast. Also Talisman, which kind of makes it 7. Oh, and Misty. 8? Okay, 8 is okay. I wouldn't mind sneaking one more mountain in, but start on 8 for now. Let's look at black. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black. 8 black seems like seems like we're not casting Bolas Citadel, is what it seems like. Maybe we're going to revisit that Citadel decision. Or the show and tell decision. Let's look at blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I don't know where we started counting from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue. That's plenty. And then green is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 3 green. Just 3 green. I guess 3 green is probably enough for Leovold. The question is, how punishing is it to play a forest? I guess we also have Lotus Petal to help, but how punishing is it to play a forest? Said we wanted to sneak in another mountain, but if we cut the forest and we use Bayou to fetch a non-green land, or sorry, we use Misty to fetch a non-Bayou land, then we're down to 1 green source. So we potentially are short on green, we're potentially short on red, and we're potentially interested in not hardcasting Citadel. Do we bring in Endstone or Show and Tell or both? I want to say that we're going to cut the Citadel, and we can bring in the Endstone. And I want to say that we're going to cut the forest for another mountain. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 5, 6, 7, 8 red. 7, 8 red plus Talisman is 9. That's going to help a lot with Fiery Confluence. Okay. I think I like this. The Leovold seems a little loose, and hardcasting some of this top end seems a little loose. but I think show and tell would be way too risky. And I don't think we can really cut this top end very well. I kind of wish we had that Faithless Looting to make this Recurring Nightmare better. Recurring Nightmare is also a little loose right now. How desperately are we leaning on like Booster Tutor or like ramp into stuff? I don't know. I feel like this is not a very good deck. We had chances to be a good deck, and the table didn't super cooperate. But here we are. See you in round one. Welcome to round one here against Durbles the Ambitious with our kind of pile of Grixis awkward stuff. But we do have a turn one Bowmasters, so I think we'll keep this. It is possible that Bowmasters doesn't achieve a whole lot on turn one, and it's possible that we don't even cast it on our opponent's end step, but we'll see what they do. If they play some kind of X1, we'll be very happy to have access to it. And if they don't, we might just cycle a Lorien Revealed and then try to find something to do. They Thoughtseize us. Oh, no, they don't. Okay, well, Delighted Halfling still doesn't lose the Bowmasters, so I guess we're going to Lorien Revealed here. And probably kind of tap land. Let's grab a Xander's Lounge. And then we'll go Saheeli into Go. Our opponent doesn't play a big haster here. And then we have Cracker's good. Oh, we have Wheel of Fortune and Bowmasters. That is very good. Can't do it right now, so what we're going to do is we're going to play a tap land and say go, and then on their end step, we'll just Bowmasters and untap the Wheel of Fortune. I don't really mind if Saheeli dies in order to do this, because that means they're going to be spending a bunch of mana, which means I'm more likely for this Bowmasters Wheel of Fortune to work out. If they want to send everything at Saheeli and crack a clue, I am okay with that. Right. Rip to Saheeli. Go to their end step, and hopefully they don't have like an instant speed shock type effect. They are holding priority. Oh, they're just playing a Mystic. Okay. So now we are cooking. Play this. I guess we'll nug the Mystic because we're going to at some point anyway. And now, oh, do we want to Booster Tutor first? I mean, I guess there's not really a harm in doing it because we could still afford to wheel. And if Booster hits fast mana, that could be pretty insane. So Booster hits Ruby. Okay. It's also a Comet, but we can't cast it. There's an Overlord. We could bring in the Overlord and hit the tracker. But I think just Ruby into Wheel of Fortune is probably good enough. Play the Ruby, play the Mountain, play the Wheel of Fortune, and this might prompt a concession here from the opponent. Get a million Bowmaster triggers. Let's go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and the rest to your face. Boom. Now we can play Lotus Petal. We're holding up 3 steps ahead, which we can use as a cancel. We're holding up Mystical Tutor. And hit you for 9. Go. Pretty good turn. So we're going to counter anything relevant here. Utopia Sprawl is not relevant. Cast a 4-drop here. It is certainly getting canceled. And then that's just game. Arc is fine. Oh, okay. He's just scooping. That works for me. See you in the next round. Welcome to round 2 here with our Grixis pile. See if we can't do some more Bowmaster Draw 7 stuff again. It's a nice hand. We can hold up a cancel on turn 1 if we don't play a Shelldock. I don't know how interested I am in doing that. Oh, now we have another tap land. So let's start with Petal. If they want to counter the Petal, that's acceptable. And I think we will do this because I don't want to get my Mox spell pierced. And let's play the Bauble. Now we're holding up cancel. We could Bauble at the end of their turn here. And now we don't have a great next turn, but we are set up to counter anything particularly threatening that they do. Staff of the Storyteller, I will say, does not count as particularly threatening, especially when I have Confluence in hand. Track Bauble. Look at a card in your hand. Crater Hoof. Important to know about. Now let's go to my turn, and we'll play a Xander's Lounge here. Oh, there's a Recurring Nightmare, which we can't exactly use. Play the Xander's Lounge. We'll continue to hold up cancel, and at some point we're going to Confluence and kill the staff and potentially some other things. We have some time before we have to worry about a Crater Hoof. Presumably they're going to put more creatures into play if they're playing Crater Hoof, which might mean that Fire Confluence is going to get better. They're drawing cards, so not a ton of pressure coming our way. We just get some time to sit here and play our tap lands out. I'm not too unhappy about that. Also, hopefully buy time to, hey, make, oh, wow, okay. So we could play tap land and continue to hold up cancel as well as Bowmasters. Or we could play untap land and hold up the draw to discard mode of that, but I think I'd rather save that for something that could let me actually discard to Recurring Nightmare. Okay, so under the Shelldock, we will put a Sheoldred. Seems pretty good. And yeah, we'll just we'll end the turn here. We'll hold up Bowmasters and cancel. Now at least we don't have to sacrifice a Lotus Petal to cancel. And obviously I'd still rather get more value off the 3 steps ahead. Again, we don't have a ton of pressure on us. If we want to play something that we're not too concerned with, we could just let it resolve and then play a Bowmasters. Play Talia. That is fine because that's just going to get Bowmastered. Now, hopefully we draw a Wheel of Fortune here. That would be fantastic. Talia, make a 1/1. We get a Saga. Saga is pretty good here. So let's play Saga. What are libraries looking like? 27 to 28. Yeah, let's play Saga. Attack for 2. And then sit on 3 steps ahead. As well as soon get access to some Saga tokens. Hopefully we can cancel and draw to discard 1 here. Cancel Careful Study? I don't remember what the card is. Ocelot Pride. I don't really care about Ocelot Pride. Sage of the Skies. That is a little bit more annoying. Oh wait, we have enough mana to make a copy of Bowmasters, so that's pretty good. Let's counter 1 copy of it and make a copy of Bowmasters. Or do we just let the Bowmasters and everything die to Confluence? Counter target spell. Yeah, I think we're just gonna Draw 2, discard. Autopay here. I could have made a copy of Bowmasters, but it's not really achieving a ton, especially if I need to Confluence away the Sage. I'm just going to lose the copied Bowmasters anyway. Oh, and now beautiful. Now we have the Archon for the Recurring Nightmare. Now what we could do is we could recur the Archon. They sack a guy, and then we sack the Bowmasters. Then we could sack the Orc token to bring the Bowmasters back and kill another guy. That seems pretty good. We have 3, 4, 5. We have up to 6 mana. No, we have up to 7 mana. We actually could also Pyrogoyf. We could Pyrogoyf kill this, and then Recurring Nightmare. I kind of like just Recurring Nightmaring a bunch of times. Maybe we start with Misty. Oh, we might want to get a tapped land with the Misty. Let's just start with Recurring Nightmare. We're not going to make Urza tokens here, I don't think, because we just have better things to do. Opponent's pretty far away from Craterhoof. For the Archon, sack the Bowmasters. Archon comes down. They lose a creature. And they discard a card, which is nice. I think we want to keep the Petal around, so we won't play the fetch land quite yet. Oh my god. Okay, well, yeah, that's the thing. That case, if we're going to just Time Walk, we don't have enough to Recurring Nightmare. So let's play the Misty. Let's play the Time Walk. Our opponent's going to resign. That was pretty good. Force of Will? We beat Force of Will very easily here. Solitude. Okay, Solitude on Archon is a bit sad, but I mean, we're still winning. We have Pyrogoyf, Recurring Nightmare, Orcish Bowmasters, so it's unlikely the opponent can really come back from this. And let's get a Surveil land, I guess. We need more black. We have 2 black, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're pretty far away from Recurring Nightmaring like 3 times per turn. No attacks. Now we untap. I'm going to tap this for mana. Let that resolve, and oh, maybe I lied about being far away from doing it multiple times. We want to Mana Vault here. I guess we could. It gets us like another Recurring Nightmare. Let's play Mountain. We have Bowmasters in the yard, so let's start with Pyrogoyf, and we'll kill Flyer. And let's Recurring Nightmare. We'll sack the Pyrogoyf to get back a Bowmasters. Bowmasters, the Ocelot Pride. And then we'll Recurring Nightmare again. And we'll sack the Bowmasters to get Pyrogoyf back. And that should really do it about now. All right, good game. Recurring Nightmare action. I like it. A little throwback, but it did some work. See you next round. Round 3 here versus Nimai with our Grixis pile. The deck has been somewhat overperforming. Then there was this hand. I guess we can warp an Emissary play a petal. I don't know what really we're doing beyond that. I mean, at some point we have Recurring Nightmare, Baleful Strix. I don't know how we get Archon into the yard. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, we have a lot of work cut out for us, but I think we can keep this. And we also could potentially hardcast this Archon at some point if we get a Mana Vault off this Saga. Probe, you got it. And you can scratch your head as to why I kept this hand. This is the mind games. You keep a very weird hand against an opponent that you know has Probe. Okay, Currency Converter is good. Dock is decent. We're going to start by warping in a Emissary and playing a Petal. Block. Script Sprites, go. Now next turn we have Shelldock. Opponent is looting immediately. Interesting. People on Arena love to main phase things. Oh, Misty can get untapped black. So I guess we can go Shelldock, hit for 1. Then next turn we can play Strix. And then, oh, maybe we want to get Saga going, actually. Go Saga, hit for 1. We want to start ticking down the Saga so we can end up getting a Mana Vault into play to cast an Archon. And then next turn we go like Misty, fetch Bayou, activate Saga. The turn after that we go Shelldock, activate Saga. It seems okay. Obviously a little bit of a slow start here. But we're working towards a goal. So is this going to be a Wrath of God Sunfall deck that we have to worry about here? Ugh, even worse. Okay. We've met our comeuppance, it seems, in the face of a Lotus into a Battle Ball. Battle Ball is pretty scary. So the question is now, I mean, we're always misseeing for Bayou. Can we booster tutor for an answer for the Battle Sphere? Otherwise, we could just play Baleful Strix. Hope they don't remove the Strix. We take 4. We trade with the Battle Sphere. If Booster Tutor, I don't think there's anything Booster Tutor that hits that can just win us on the spot. And this can't jump, so actually if Booster Tutor misses, I guess we can make a Saga token off Petal to jump with. That doesn't seem great. So maybe, oh, but Petal. No, I think we're going to Strix here. Hopefully we draw something useful here. Not exactly useful. This can only block. Yeah, we might be in some trouble here to the Lotus Battle Ball. Ball Bomb. Ugh, so we're going to take 12 here. Bomb's a little brutal. Can't even replay the Strix either. Okay. I mean, Black Lotus is a strong card. We go to 7. Here, we tap this for mana. We go get, I mean, we can get a Mox Sapphire or a Mana Vault. What do we have in terms of mana? We don't have double black. Let's use the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. We can go up to 7 mana with Vault. Doesn't really accomplish a whole lot. At this point, It's almost booster tutor or bust. It's like much. I mean, we trade the Sapphire, play the Strix. We trade the Strix for the Battle Sphere. Take 4 down to 3. Then we have to try to somehow come back from all that. Or we're just dead. Oh, Lorien revealed is okay. Oh, that's funny. They're going to make an additional 2/2 here. That doesn't kill us, but obviously makes things hard. Draw here. Leovold doesn't accomplish anything. Does Mountain accomplish anything? No. So I guess we're playing Shelldock. Shelldock also doesn't do anything. There goes Mana Vault. It's fine. Put it under there. Now we are taking 6 down to 1. And we're very, very dead. I mean, I guess if we trade Strix for Battlesphere and we draw exactly Wheel of Fortune and we go Bowmaster's Wheel of Fortune, we can clean this up. We're not 100% dead, but we're very close to it. Brain freeze. Bauble's fine. Bauble me is acceptable. All right. Wheel of Fortune? So now we're on Booster Tutor or Bust because we can make 5 mana. Bowmasters. We could sack the 1/1 to make it Strix. Bowmasters kills 1. They have 4 threats left. We can make 3 blockers. So yeah, it's Booster Tutor or Bust. Unclear what Booster Tutor could draw. I mean, I guess Fiery Confluence could save us. Oh, does Jite save us? I don't think so. Does Pest Infestation save us? Pest Infestation for X equals 1. Kill 1 mirror, and then we get 3 blockers. It's not enough. Oh, we can go Sage of the Skies, but we can't cast it. Oh, brutal. I guess. Can we end up with Frantic Search? I mean, I guess we still have Frantic Search. No, we don't. It's just not enough. That's reprieved. All right. Well, it's unfortunate. Black Lotus, hard card to beat. Even my dog is angry about this Black Lotus. All right, see you next round. Okay, next round here against CEDH Best Game 3089. Well, maybe by the year 3089 I will consider playing EDH, but not this millennium. Okay, this seems like a reasonably decent hand. We have 2 draw 7 Punishers, one of which we can't currently cast, although we're not too far away. Start on Shelldock. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Huh. Is it going to be too late to Wheel of Fortune under Shelldock? Or is it just like perfect? Alternatively, Bahamut will always be good under Shelldock. We could potentially shuffle this Wheel of Fortune back in. We don't have a way currently, but we'll find a way. Yeah, I think Wheel of Fortune might no longer be helpful by the time we get to Sheldog, but you never know. All right, they're going to get Iconoclast value there, which is sad because it's going to die right now. But maybe this keeps them off of Mox Opal. Maybe not. One more artifact, and they're in the Opal money, as it were. So next turn we have Thundering Falls Talisman, and then we can untap and Mightstone Weakstone. Oh, Academy. Oh, we definitely want to get our mana ramp going. We can attack with both here. If they flash in like a Hull Breacher or something, that could be pretty brutal. So, there's all sorts of things they could flash in. Maybe we just don't have an attack here. So in that case, what we're going to do is we'll start on Talisman. They do have priority. This calc is acceptable. Now we'll play Thundering Falls. Lorien revealed. I think we don't want. And here we could send both. Because I'm not afraid. I don't mind trading with a Malcolm. And then next turn we can Leovold. Oh, wow. They took themselves off of mana? I don't mind that. That was, I think, incredibly wrong of the opponent to have done. I played my land before drawing a card. That's fine. Stock up's great. Yeah, opponent cutting themselves off of mana there seems incredibly loose. LED? Oh, God. Oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Go into Jar. Okay, that gets my Sheldog online sooner. That is for sure. Oh, but the Jar is going to, like, punish them. Right? Because they're going to have to Jar right now. Or they're going to have to take care of Leovold. The Jar right now doesn't really accomplish much for them. And it might accomplish something for me. Oh, it certainly does accomplish something for me. Okay, we are going to Time Walk. Sadly, we lose some good cards here. Good game. They also got really close to Sheldog, so yeah, that was pretty good Jar. See you next round. Okay, next round going on here. We beat a Jarhead in the prior round, and that was pretty satisfying. Here we have Explore into Sheoldred, potentially, which seems nice. I think we'll keep this. We do have a couple of tapped lands, which makes it slightly awkward. But, oh, that helps. Let's start on tapped land. I think we're going to keep Bayou on top, because now next turn, we can go land, Chrome Mox away at Baleful Strix, and Time Walk? Or do we just stock up first? Oh, we can't. Okay. I guess we'll hit the stock up then. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. Forgot it was non-artifact. But anyway, now we get to Time Walk into Sheoldred. And that's pretty good. We don't have double black. Oh, everything's gone sour. Misty can't find black. Oh, yeah, that was just a series of unfortunate events. But I guess we'll start with Baleful Strix. See what we hit. Hit Recurring Nightmare. Doesn't do a whole lot. We'll Misty and we'll find a Xander's Lounge with this. And this at least gives us access to Sheoldred next turn. So pretty poorly played here off the back of that forgetting Chrome Mox can't imprint artifacts, even if they're colored. Hopefully there's no on this Tidewonder here. Okay, opponent's holding up mana. The question is, do we run Sheoldred into a counterspell? Or do we just play tap land go? I mean, it's not the end of the world if they counter Sheoldred, because we do have Recurring Nightmare in hand, which could just buy the Sheoldred back. So I think it's fine. And if they don't have the counter, I'd like to have this on the battlefield. They didn't have it. Okay. Drop a Shelldock. And oof. Pretty big whiff on the Shelldock. I guess we'll put a Talisman under it. End with the Strix here. Now if they kill the Sheoldred, I still have the Recurring Nightmare outs. Oh, they can kill everything. Okay. Pretty good. But now we can refill with Lorien revealed. And it's going to take a little bit of damage on the way, but that is acceptable. Oh, we can tutor into Lorien revealed. Anything we want to tutor for? Walk is gone already. It wasn't very well used. I guess we could Lorien revealed and then potentially see what we want to tutor for afterwards. Can't beat Spell Pierce, so fine. Now we can go Island, Mox, and I think we're going to tutor for Confluence on their end step. And depending on how they distribute these counters, if they make counters, we can wipe the whole board. And then post Confluence, depending on how things net out, we can use Mightstone and Weakstone to draw a couple cards and try to refill here. Oh, shocking. Shocking turn of events. Our opponent shocked themselves. Okay, I'll take 5, go to 10 here. And they just shock and pass. That's pretty frightening. I don't know what 4-mana spell. I guess Cryptic Command would be the only reason if they were holding up a straight counter. They're thinking about playing stuff, though. Huh. Okay, I mean, they have something at instant speed. Miscalc, okay. That is acceptable. So now the question is, do we Mightstone and Weakstone to draw 2 or to kill it in Iconoclast? I think we want to draw 2. Let's play Badlands first. It also turns on Shelldock, not that there's a whole lot happening under the Shelldock. We can Wheel of Fortune here, but there's still a Leovold and a Bowmasters in the deck somewhere. We can crack Islet off of Mightstone, Weakstone. And we find a Saheeli, which we can't currently cast. Why can't we cast Recurring Nightmare? Oh, this can't be used to cast non-artifact spells. Okay. That is fine. So I guess we'll just sit here, take a bunch of damage. We'll Shelldock out a Talisman, and then hope we could draw something good next turn. Oh, geez. Are we just going to die here? Oh, we are just going to die here. Okay. That's unfortunate. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, and then we're just dead to Bombardiers. All right. Good game. Shame. We were pretty close to being able to win this, if not for that miscalc. We're 3-2 now. Let's move on to round 6 here and see if we can't try to get close to breaking even. All right, 3-2 here, round 6. Let's see if we can scrape together some more wins. This is not a bad hand. We have turn 1 emissary into, like, warp emissary into make a mox. Turn 2, or we can go turn 1 Baleful Strix. We're definitely keeping. We can go turn 1 Bayou Sapphire Baleful Strix, and then turn 2 Leovold. This uses our mana a lot better than the Pinnacle Emissary play. So let's go for that. Spell Pierce this would be a little unfortunate, but that's fine. Okay. We have a board presence, and now we can kind of curve out a bit. We can go Leovold on 2, and then on 3, if we hit another black source, we can go Sheoldred. Night's Whisper is okay. Not a black source. It is something to do. I think we want to Leovold first. But we could Leovold off versus Saga. And then we could start making Saga tokens. Yeah, that seems good. Oh no, we can't. What am I talking about? Alright, we'll play a Pinissary. Oh, gosh. Oh, I've done it again. I've ruined everything. Alright. Somehow I just thought there was colorless mana involved in Leovold. Oh, that's a Wheel of Fortune. So, definitely want to play the Leovold. Wait, we still can't play the Leovold? We're just like nowhere close to playing Leovold. Why did I think we were like there, right there? Okay, that being the case, we'll activate Saga, I guess, on their turn. And then, oh my god, our mana's terrible. I thought we can cast Leovold. We're like 3 lands away from casting Leovold. Sadly, Bayou only taps for 1 mana. Oko. Ugh. Food token is acceptable. I mean, at some point, Oko's going to have to kill a lot of things, which it's very good at doing. We have a 3/3. We can get a Time Vault right now. We can get a, sorry, not a Time Vault, a Mana Vault. So if we get Mana Vault here, we'll have 3, 6, 7 mana. 7 mana is enough to Sheoldred into Wheel of Fortune, other than the fact that we don't have double black. So that's a little unfortunate. So that being the case, we can just try to pressure this Oko with Saga tokens, I guess. And here we can get, oh, we can get a Chromox and imprint something. Can't really cast anything this turn, though. You know, Lotus Petal, I guess. And the Lotus Petal will let us cast either Sheoldred or Leovold next turn. And now we'll play Mountain. And we'll send 2 things at Oko. So he has to chump here. They have to chump here. So Oko's definitely on the back foot. We have access to cancel, which I don't really want to crack the pedal to do. Especially because, oh, Deluge for X equals 5. Yeah, I do think I'm going to cancel that. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell too. If they had a counterspell too, I guess it's better they use it on their turn than on my turn. Of course it will. Okay. Oko sticks around. Things are getting dangerous here. Smite Stone, Weak Stone maybe shouldn't be in my deck. I didn't realize the mana it adds is only for artifacts. Oh, Recurring Nightmare has arrived. We can warp Pinnacle Emissary and Recurring Nightmare out of Baleful Strix. I mean, can't do a ton else. This is the most awkward Recurring Nightmare ever. I mean, they can cancel the Recurring Nightmare, or they can counter it. Tear Asunder on the Pinnacle Emissary. Yikes. So, at some point, how am I going to fight this Oko? I mean, I guess if I draw Bowmasters and I Bowmaster on their end step and they untap and wheel. Oh, okay. Okay. So there is the Bowmasters. Now we just need to, well, 5, 8. We're not dead this turn. We just need to avoid dying this turn and them having counter magic or instant speed removal. We have a chance. They're elking a food. They're going to come in for 8. I go to 3. I guess Sorcery Speed removal kills me now, too. So if I'm dead to Sorcery Speed removal, no, I'm dead to burn. And there's not really a reason to suspect they have burn. Into Tamio. Okay. Okay, Bowmasters. Ping. Oh, do I just win? Because I can ping them. They go to 10. Then I Wheel of Fortune. I mean, they're going to have a lot of mana. It's the only problem. And that wheel does 7 more to them. And does 3 to the Tamio, 4 more to them. And then the Orc Army. I mean, they just need any instant, which doesn't look like it's too hard for them to find. We just try to wipe their board. I mean, we can't beat Oko and all their creatures, right? Yeah, I think we just... Mana Vault's helpful. So if we go Mana Vault, we tap Mana Vault, we go Wheel. We see all the things that Wheel could have done to them that were nasty. What do we have? We have 3, 4 mana left. So not enough to actually do anything big here. Oh, we can reanimate Sheoldred. Means they lose 2 more life. Oh, so if they don't have an instant here, then we can Recurring Nightmare Sheoldred back. Bad Recurring Nightmares of sorcery. Oh, wait, they might just be dead because of the Tamio flip. I mean, they still... Flash? Flash is the instant they have? Into Bahamut? Okay. I mean, I guess we lose. Maybe we can cycle. No, we can't cycle into a time walk. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune did draw them some nice things. What can we do? We have 3 mana. No, there's just nothing. All right. Unfortunate. We just got a little bit stuck on mana. I mean, we did also mess up that one play where we thought we could play Leovold and we couldn't. I don't want to go back and watch how that would have played out afterwards because I think no, there's nothing we could do from here. Yeah, we're just like 1 or 2 colors of mana away from winning this game over and over again, and them not hitting flash there. That's unfortunate. I mean, we were so close to like getting the Sheoldred and the Wheel of Fortune going. All right, GG's. I kind of want to go back and watch what happened there and see how it would have played out otherwise. But we stick on the 50% train. All right, we'll see. We'll see you in the review. All right, welcome to the replay review, where we're gonna see how this guy made so many awful mistakes. But let's try to see where it goes from here. We have a board presence, and now we can kind of curve out a bit. We can go Leovold on 2, and then on 3, if we hit another black source, we can go Sheoldred. Not go Leovold on 2, my friend. Not without a black source. Okay, so here, what I should have done is hardcast the Pinnacle Emissary. Instead, I played Saga, which didn't really achieve much. Let's see how the game plays out from there. Okay, so now so they play Fire Nation on. And now we would have had Emissary in play. We could have, I don't know, hit them for 3 for starters, and then play I guess we'd play the Saga now. We'd hit them for 3 with the Emmett, so we hit them for 4. They'd go down to 13. That's a Wheel of Fortune. We're just like nowhere close to 3-3. And then here we wouldn't have a 3-3 yet. We would have we would have the Pinnacle Emissary. We wouldn't have the Saga token yet. And we'd be making our first Saga token on their turn. So we'd be attacking. They'd be at 14. We'd be attacking for 4 again. It would likely go down to 10. We can get a Time Vault right now. We can get enough Lotus Petal, and we'll send 2 things at Oko. So he has to chump here. They have to chump here. We'd still be sending a 4/4 Golem and a 3/3 Emissary. So Oko would be a little bit short on loyalty, and the opponent would be at 14. Would be at 2 right now. The opponent would be at 14. Back foot. We have access to cancel, which still have the Emissary in play. Crack the pedal to do. Yeah. And now they'd be deluging for 4. So they'd go down to 10. I do think I'm going to cancel that. Their turn, then on my turn. Then they force of will it, and they'd go down to 9. I'll go 6 around. They'd be at 9. I'd still have a Saga in play. Things are maybe show. And I would untap and make a Saga token now. I'd have a Saga token now. They'd be at 9. I wouldn't have been able to actually cancel, though, because I wouldn't have had the Sapphire, or I wouldn't have had the Petal. Meaning they'd still have a Force of Will in play, actually. They'd still have a Force of Will in hand. It's actually interesting. I might lose this regardless, depending on what they decide is worth Force of Willing. I mean, they'd still have a Terra Sunder also. They wouldn't have needed it here. I'd have a 2/2 Saga token. They'd have a Force of Will in hand. And a Terra Sunder in hand. They'd be at 9. Although, here I would end up... Well, it wouldn't matter because they still have the Force of Will. Yeah, I guess I was probably going to lose anyway. It doesn't excuse the mistake. It was still a mistake. But it is... I don't know. It shouldn't be comfort that I would have lost anyway. But emotionally, I'm only human. All right. We'll see you in the next draft.